I'm Lawrence Kay with my co-host Pet. How you doing today, Pet?
Hey there, Larry. How you doing?
Good, good. Just got back from, was actually out of town. I was in the Washington, D.C. area visiting. And nice, starting to get cool weather. And I like South Florida, rain or no rain, right?
Rain or no rain, Larry. Yeah, I'm sure they were sorry to see you fly out.
Yeah, it was. It was... have a 94-year-old mother who's still gets around and had a great time with her. And it's funny because when I was flying up, I was looking at one of the magazines, the in-flight magazines, and everywhere you see ads for men for hormonal imbalance and ED issues and so forth. And it's not something new. If listeners, people are watching television, they're seeing these ads for low T, creams, various type products. But what we offer at Maxim is sort of a concierge service. As you know, they come in, they get the free blood work, free consultation, and they're able then at that point to make an educated decision after we get their lab work, as this is something that they want to go through. And prices, very, very right. When they come in, it's affordable. I said it once before on last week's show that at $150 a month for the testosterone, most men can afford that. They can scrape that together. It's when you go to various other clinics where they're hitting you for $250, $300, $400 a month. No, if your FPL bill comes due and it's $400, you're going to pay that.
Yeah, you need the lights. You need the lights on. But, this is still a priority. I can't imagine anything being much more of a priority, really.
Well, and I think also, too, and that's why I like to have you on, because I can preach a lot about, the man's point of view. But from the woman's point of view, as we spoke about a little bit last week, a man is sensitive, and if he starts to see symptoms of the low T, he's not always quick to jump on it. Sometimes the spouse or the girlfriend or significant other needs to give that push.
It's an issue for both people concerned, for the couple, whether it be long-term relationship or just getting your freak on, one night or something like that. Both people are concerned, and I think it's more selfish to bury your head in the sand than to address it, especially if a place like Maxim is available to you at a great cost and can help you get your jiggy back,
Right.
Your
mojo.
Exactly. Your little mojo never hurt anybody. Yeah, Larry. No, I think that it's a very important issue, and if I were with somebody that had that issue, I'd be all over them. Double entendre there. So right, I'd be all over them, and I'd make them come in. I'd buy them a gift certificate to come in.
Right, which we have at the office now. We have gift certificates, and that was really a good point that you made, because sometimes somebody wants to get that gift certificate to give somebody the impetus to get in. As I told the audience last week, you are a penthouse model, a model, in various places and so forth. Give our guys that listen to a little bit, what is that like? You go for the shoot. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's work, and you have to be dedicated as you are in any other career. Of course, it's a turn on to if you have a little exhibitionism inside you. I know I do. So it's fun, and it's work, and I love the attention from the men and the fans, and I see this issue as being something that I take to heart. So absolutely,
I think the penthouse that you'd shown me, the cover was that shared? It was a shoot with somebody else, or it was just yourself?
Yeah, no, I posed with my partner.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
For that one.
Very nice. But a lot of others, though, you do individually.
I actually only shoot solo. I feel that I can take up the frame pretty well. I'm able to get in there and do it. So, and I enjoy it. So why not?
And somebody who'd asked me to listen to last week's show, how did that come about? How'd you get into that? What happened?
I started stripping.
Okay.
And of course, they send out scouts, and you get to know people, and like with anything else, it's who you know, sometimes as much as what you know, and one contact leads to another, and you find yourself spread eagle in front of somebody's camera.
I didn't realize that. They actually said, well, that part I realized, but I didn't realize the part about sending out scouts. They actually go to gentlemen's clubs and look for...
Well, photographers will. I mean, they look for girls that they feel they could submit that would get them published as well, because it's a double-edged sword there. I mean, you've got the photographer that wants publication as well. It's a credit for his career as well. So he looks for the proper vehicle to get him there. So he'll find a girl in one of the clubs or anywhere really, and approach her. And if the shoot comes out well and he sends it in, then they send somebody out to do a test shoot, or they'll hire him to do a test shoot.
And from what you've told me, I mean, you've had some well-known photographers work with you.
I've photographed with professionals as well as amateurs, and honestly, there are some technical, differences that you notice. But when somebody loves photography, you can tell, and they enjoy a woman's gifts, so to speak.
Well, speaking of that,
let's speak of that, Larry. Yes, let's
get into
speak of
Maxim. Pet actually is probably going to be in the office next week, maybe Wednesday, giving out some cards, brochures, and so forth. So if you are interested, if you'd like to meet Pet, you're welcome to come in the office, make an appointment. Again, the way our office is set up, there's no cost, there's no obligation. So if you come in, you can get your free lab work done, you can get a free test dose in the office. Pet won't help you in that department.
No,
you'll be isolated a little bit.
Exactly. Now, that's not my forte. But
right. You will be dealing with a male nurse,
exactly.
gentleman.
But I will cheerlead all the way, though, because I do think it's something that's even a social issue. I think if you're dealing with it, you need to come in and address it.
And I think, too, that a guy, we touched on this last week, and you brought it up, too. When a guy, for lack of a better word, can't get laid,
right.
I mean, I don't care who you are. It saps your being, your energy.
Well, sure. I mean, that's part of the whole pie, so to speak, that comprises a man and and a woman as well. So that's why I say, regardless of what side of the bed you're on, whether it be the man that's having the problem or the woman that's experiencing it with him, both parties are involved, and it's something that should be addressed. Toot sweet. I'd run.
And a good point. And when I was talking about this, I say it a lot of times on the air, Pet, that a lot of men wait a long time. I mean, we get men that come in the clinic that, have not had an erection in many, many years, and I often wonder, I never like to embarrass somebody, but you hear that a lot of times what happens is, they just get used to it, and unfortunately the partner gets used to it. Nobody takes action, and then finally they get up, maybe they see our ad in the newspaper, they hear a radio ad, and they say, enough is enough.
Right.
And I'm always saying on the radio, don't wait. If you have this issue, come in now.
Well, I think also, from my 2 cents, that I think some men think it's strictly a sex issue, and sometimes people will not apply the right degree of gravity to that. First of all, that is in and of itself part of life and should be enjoyed and embraced, but I think low T is probably something that affects other aspects of life as well. Wouldn't you say? I mean,
absolutely,
right,
sure.
So.
Especially with the low T, the low energy.
Right.
A lot of times there's a loss of muscle as
sure.
they age. The other thing is that you see a lot with a low T, besides the low energy, is just a not overall good feeling. And when they go on the T and they get their levels up, besides just getting energy to go to the gym and getting more muscular, they feel better. They feel better.
Sex is not a task; it's visceral, and it's something that comes naturally, hopefully, and so will the man come, healthily and hopefully. If he comes in and gets it taken care of, it's something he owes himself.
Absolutely. And, like you and I had talked about, that, you've done the professional modeling, you were working in the gentleman's club. I mean, from experience, a man, let's say, coming up to you to chat or whatever, if he sort of has that mojo or he doesn't.
It's part of a man's carriage, his self-confidence. It's part of any sexualized beings. I mean, we are sexual beings. Mm-hmm. So our sexuality and confidence within that, I think, bleeds into every other aspect
And I know that, look, of course, besides the aspect of a partnership with sexual relations, there's a lot of other things. But I would venture to say that if you went out with somebody, if you were on a date and you met a gentleman, an older gentleman even, let's say, and you did
I do like older gentlemen.
Thank you. Okay. And you had, let's say, an encounter with an older gentleman, dinner, and you felt maybe, this might be a guy that I'd like to maybe pursue or continue. And he sort of says, well, look, I really enjoy your company. I just have to let you know if we do decide to go intimate, I can't do anything. I mean, I think you would be taken aback.
Well, likely, let me say first, Larry, he would be pursuing me, so I don't
that's what I meant.
I don't tend to be the pursuee. I'm more the prey type of animal, but I mean,
good.
yes,
Thank
you. It would be something if he wasn't confident regarding that, then of course it would show in the way he was even intimate in his conversation with me. There'd be a wall up and he wouldn't reach out and touch someone. I mean, the whole thing I think would suffer. I don't even know if he would ask me out.
Right, good point. That even it went to that, even the sort of, even just the beginning of it, could stop that. And that's one of the things that I talk about on the air. That even if a guy is single and maybe he's getting into the dating scene, to come in, get himself sort of fixed, set up, so that if he does have an encounter or meet somebody. And by the way, as your co-host, let me mention that I also am the type that, I get sought after a lot.
And I have no doubt of that. I have no doubt of that,
okay.
Larry. No
well,
doubt.
That's why, we're sort of equals on here.
I absolutely acquiesce to you, Larry, as I'm just your humble co-host.
Thank you. Okay, give out the numbers. I actually didn't give them out for quite a while. 561-459-3000, 561-459-3000. Call, make an appointment, and actually next Wednesday, Pet will be in the office. If you'd like to meet her, you heard her on as a co-host, you'll love to meet her in person as opposed to on the radio. Go to our website, MaximMen'sClinic.com, and thanks so much for listening. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us.
Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at MaximMen'sClinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit MaximMen'sClinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up. Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at MaximMen'sClinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit MaximMen'sClinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up.
Okay, welcome back. My guest co-host today, Pet.
Hi there, Larry.
Welcome back. Thank you.
You know, you do look very with it today. Was it the airplane ride, or you know, you got your mojo on today?
Yeah,
Larry?
I think so. Thank you. You know, flying back today from Washington, I was kind of 36,000 feet up in the air, and just contemplating it. It's funny. I was never a good flyer. I'll tell a quick story. When I was in the Army, we were stationed in the Mideast. And I was in a helicopter, about 50 guys. They were taking us across the border in an area. And there was a sandstorm. And actually, for a minute there, I don't think the pilot could see. And all of a sudden, we hit, bang. And I was a little bit traumatized from that. I always had trouble flying. But the last 5 or 7 years, I don't know. It's like when I get up in the sky now, I'm relaxed. I feel kind of at peace. Maybe it's because no cell phones or anything like that.
I would imagine that's how a man, after coming to Maxim, would feel. Kind of at ease and peaceful, and not having this burden on his shoulder all the time, having to worry about
that.
In one case, you're falling from the air. I mean, I understand that. In another case.
Well, the only trouble was I got up and I started, going up to men saying, you suffer from ED, and the plane was diverted, actually. I didn't tell you that.
I can understand that. I can see why.
Well, along those lines, though, years ago, men, it wasn't advertised before all the commercials of Viagra, Levitra, and Cialis. It was sort of taboo. A guy goes into the doctor, hey, I'm impotent. Mm-hmm. Today, it's all over the place. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're selling sex on TVs, movies, as much as they're selling ads for beer commercials or cigarettes.
But why do you think that is? I mean, the obvious rhetorical, question there, because it's part of us. And it speaks to a very deep-seated part of us. You can't, in my opinion, you can't dissect sexuality from the human. I mean, you can try, as some of our faiths will have you think, but I don't believe that personally. So, it's a whole being, it's a whole pie. You're going to cut that up, you need to make it healthy, you need to make it good. Put some whipped cream on top. I like whipped cream.
Well, if a guy along those lines, if he's not getting it or can't do it, it isn't even a question of a man, for example, who, let's say, suffers from ED and he doesn't have a girlfriend or woman. That maybe he can block that out a little bit, but it's still on a man's mind whether he is with a partner or is thinking about having a partner.
I would imagine it's like self-conscious or subconscious baggage, rather. That's just something always there, something always looming. That's just going to prevent that man from excelling in a lot of things.
And when these gentlemen come into our office and they get the free test dose, and they see right in the office, that they can achieve an erection, which they haven't in many years. Of course, the old joke, the first thing they'll say is, well, okay, this works. Now do you have somebody for me?
Right.
And I'm like, pal, I just did this for you. Now it's your job to go out and find somebody, which I think, especially in South Florida, I mean, what is it, 2 or 3 women to 1 man down here?
It's I've got to tell you, it's in the swag.
Right.
And if you want your swag back, then you need to know that you can make a lady happy or a guy happy. I think it crosses all kinds of socioeconomic lines and, gender. Well,
when you hear me talk about saying gentlemen come in, I'm saying, if you want to satisfy your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, or your partner, absolutely. And I think what's nice about our programs is, and I say this all the time, ladies and gentlemen, if Viagra, Levitra, and Cialis have failed you, come into Maxim, because we guarantee almost 90 to 95% of our programs will work. And I got to tell you this, very rarely does somebody come in that we can't help. I mean, once in a while, maybe somebody comes in that's so, I hate to say it, God forbid, is so loaded up on medicines that he's blocked. But for the most part, guys with high blood pressure, diabetes, cardiovascular, they've had prostate surgery, we can get them to have an erection. And granted, I always say that, then it's up to them, of course, to find their partner. But let me ask you this question. I think it's pretty obvious. If a guy knows that he now has something, well, isn't he now going to, okay, now I can go out?
Well, Larry, I would think it's the difference between walking around with an empty pistol or a loaded gun. You've got that, you just have that little grin on your face. I mean, you're not shooting blanks.
Right, exactly.
You're shooting it all. It kind of saddens me a lot that there is a population out there where the men are being treated medically for certain conditions, and this has not been encompassed in that. I mean, why are the medical doctors not addressing more this part of life that's not being addressed? I mean, if you have low testosterone, I would think it's like any other, forgive the word, disease that you need righted. If it's wrong, if it ain't right, it's wrong.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. So it's good that you have a doctor here that can take their other problems into account and come up with a solution.
And the low testosterone, it's not going away. It's I mentioned before, Time Magazine, I think it was 2 weeks ago on their front cover, low testosterone, the $2 billion industry. Men, it isn't about the women anymore with the hormonal imbalances, the plastic surgery. Men want to get taken care of. They want to feel good, whether that's feeling good with a partner, significant other, or feeling good to go to the gym or having more energy at night. When you go to Town Center Mall, you see men in their 50s and 60s pushing baby carts that, originally you would say, oh, who's your grandkid?
Right, exactly.
These are people fathering children now.
Right.
And, they work all day. Now they got to come home and they've got to play with the kids maybe after dinner. And that's one of the big signs.
I play with the wife. I mean, the kids have all day,
we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me finish here, please. Anyway, no. The point that I was making is that they want that energy afterwards. And a big sign of the low T, a big symptom is after dinner, zero energy. So if a guy takes the testosterone and feels better, comes home from work, spends a little time with the kids, well, this is what I was going to say. What do you think the wife feels then? Like, hey, thanks for helping spend time with the kids. Now, honey, I'll give you what you want.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think that, the women that are out there taking care of their cosmetic needs, I mean, if your husband and you are getting along, or your lover and you are getting along, you may not focus so much on whether you have that new pair of jeans or not. You'd rather just spend it, the night home with him. So maybe the malls would take a bit of a hit if people start coming into Maxim more, stay home and do things inside rather than go shopping.
Well, and also, too, the type of medicines that we use, they work within 5-10 minutes. So a guy takes out, his partner, whatever, they have a nice dinner, maybe they go to the club for a little bit, they come back. He doesn't have to worry about, am I going to be able to perform? Am I going to be able to get an erection? Boom. He takes the dose and he's ready to rock and roll. And that's what's so nice about it, because it really gives you the spontaneity. There's medicines out there where guys got to take it, wait for a little while, then have some stimulation, and is it going to work? With ours, he knows in 10 minutes.
Right.
561-459-3000, 561-459-3000, or go to MaximMen'sClinic.com. I always say this on the air. You're welcome to sign up there for a free consultation, free blood work, free test dose. You can book the appointment there. You were going to say another point.
I was just going to say, come in. That's all I can say. Come in.
And also, if you come in on a Wednesday, if you book, tomorrow's Friday, if you call in tomorrow or Monday and book for Wednesday, you'll get a chance to meet Pet hosting here, who I think you'll really enjoy meeting in person. 561-459-3000. Again, MaximMen'sClinic.com. Okay, we're going to take a short break. Stay with us. Now, when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about this weight loss program we have in the office that's tremendous.
Nice.
Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit MaximMen'sClinic.com for more information, or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up. Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at MaximMen'sClinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman. Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit MaximMen'sClinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up. Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff, and like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at MaximMen'sClinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic.
Do the measurements. I'll have to do that. Okay.
Of course.
And it's sort of done. Okay, welcome back. Thanks so much. We're just laughing here because we have at the office what a lot of plastic surgeons have is the Zerona fat loss machine. And a lot of places charge quite a bit of money for that. We charge basically, I think it's $80, $90 a session. Normally you need 6 to 9 sessions. It's a laser. You sit under it. There's no invasiveness. And we've had guys come in, and women actually also are invited, but we've had men come in after the 8 or 9 sessions to actually lose anywhere from 3 to 5 inches in their midsection, back, and so forth areas. But I always say that, you see, a guy comes in sometimes interested in the testosterone, and maybe he's a little overweight. Well, the testosterone is going to take a little while. He's going to get shots. He's going to have to go to the gym a little bit. Sure. This is real nice because this can give him that sort of jump. And all of a sudden, at the end of 30, 45 days, the testosterone really hasn't kicked in yet, and he's seeing better in his waist, for example.
Sure.
You know, it's a distribution, and what's nice about it is that it doesn't take that long. We give measurements, perfectly when they come in, exact measurements, their whole body, so they can see, because they're measured. I think my techs, they're measured once a week or every 2 weeks. But what a nice feeling to go on the testosterone package, but also on the same time, lose some of that flabbiness or that muffin top.
Well, you're investing in all of you, and that's a beautiful thing to invest in, I think.
Yeah, and I think also along the lines with having relations or getting intimate, especially if a guy is with a partner that's maybe fairly new. He's going to want to look, halfway decent.
Sure. The mirror is, I think, the worst critic. You want to look good for yourself. I personally, I think this is a lot about relations with others, but more your relationship with yourself. And, you keep mentioning that middle age. What better time? You know yourself so well. There are years behind you that have taught you so much, and so many years ahead of you that you want to enjoy, to their fullest. So, I think it's a great investment.
And I think also, very good, very well how you made that point where, I've been talking a lot about how a guy wants to, have more energy and this and that, but talk about it from, like you just said, his point of view, that if he gets up in the morning, looks in the mirror, more energy, feels better, that's all about him, forgetting about the getting laid part, feeling good, feeling a better well-being.
I mean, women have this extrasensory attraction to men that feel good and feel confident, and we like good looks, but it's more about what a man projects.
Yeah.
And once you start projecting that, women are starting to start taking notice, and before you know it, I mean, you're getting laid is just going to be something you worried about last week. This is
I like how you sort of described me exactly.
Sure.
And it's true. I mean, when a man is confident, he feels good, and he can accomplish a lot. I know that I've had men come in that their testosterone levels were very, very low, and the doctor, proved them for the treatment. And I've seen guys walk in. I'm not going to say a couple of weeks later because it takes a little bit of time, but I've seen guys walk in 30 to 45 to 60 days later, completely different, a whole different swagger.
Sure.
They feel good.
Well, I know a little something about BMI. I work out, the body mass index and all of that. And for men that have a larger midsection, that's not good for the heart either. I mean, there are some real reasons to come in and address that. And if you got this little machine that'll take all that off, I think that's great.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
They talk about that having sort of that belly that can cause complications down the road, and this helps for that. The testosterone helps that because when a guy goes on the tee, he gets that energy to get off his ass and go out and work out. And of course, we know what results working out does. If a gentleman is on low T and has the symptoms and he goes on the program, just the fact that he has now enough energy, whether it's in the morning or at night after work, to go to the gym 3-4 times a week, that alone is uplifting.
Sure.
I was reading recently about people with depression. They say that if they're not exercising, 30 to 40 minutes every day, it's a disaster. I mean, exercising for depression it's a must.
Sure. Well, I mean, you don't want any part of your life or your psychology or your physiology to become stagnant, and neither does your partner. So, it sounds to me like under one auspice, under one roof, you address so many different issues.
So many things for the man.
Exactly, that will just bring a man back to where he actually should be in a healthy way. And
I want to speak a little bit on that depression because we get guys that come in, men, younger, older, that they're on antidepressants. And then I understand it, maybe they have a chemical imbalance or whatever, but, doctors pretty readily, throw that out. Right. But these medicines, they're very tough on the sexuality. They knock it out. A guy, not even just not being able to get an erection, a lot of times it knocks out the desire. And what's so good, why our program is so good for that is because here's an example. He takes a Viagra. He's got to have stimulation. He's not into it, and maybe his partner wants it. But you know what? Now he's got to wait. Okay, with our medicine, he's with a partner, significant other, wife, that he wants to please, and maybe he's not into it because of the depression medicine. Well, he gives himself a dose, and I don't care if he's looking at Frankenstein. He's going to get an erection in 10 minutes. So he can perform it. And when I first got into this business, the reason I share that a lot is I had a gentleman come in and he told me confidentially, he said, I've been married 30 years. I have an ED issue. I love her. I'm not turned on anymore, but I want to fulfill her and take care of her. She worked in my business for 25 years, whatever he was saying. They're never going to divorce. They're going to be together. He specifically got this medicine that he doesn't have to wait. He can get an erection with stimulation, but unfortunately, he's not turned on with her. When he takes this medicine, he can get in the bed in 5 minutes, honey, whatever you want. So, if there's men out there that have been in relationships that are just lazy about it, this will change that.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, and once the woman or significant other, as you say, gets gets a vision of that, then they feel more, exotic and more erotic, and one feeds the other. And I think that's a pretty good cycle to be in, actually.
And of course, everybody asks me at the office, Larry, what do you take or whatever? And I'm embarrassed to say that, I don't need anything. I go for hours and hours.
Certainly.
And then I woke up.
And then you woke
Yes.
up. Right?
Anyway, gentlemen, it affects a lot of us. 561-459-3000. 561-459-3000. And, Pet, even, somebody as attractive and desirable as you could be with that man who, unfortunately, no matter how good you look, he can't because of medicines or whatever.
Sure,
even with
sure.
stimulation, he can't. With this, he can.
And that's great. I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, women are beautiful beings. They want to give love and be given love, and they want to get their freak on, and so does the man. And for whatever reason, if there's some kind of a roadblock up, knock that down. Come in.
Exactly. Well said. 561-459-2000. And I urge you, go to the website. We have information on there. You can speak. You can look at the website and we have various options on the website to talk about ED and the low T and the fat loss. And then if you'd like, you don't even have to call in. You can go right on the website and book your appointment.
Great.
But I am saying this. I said it last week, and I thought it was helpful because we got a lot of calls that, as we get into the sort of snowbird season, things change. I mean, right now we're offering free consultation, free lab work, and free testos. That probably will change in season.
Okay.
So I urge people, go in now, get it while you can.
Get it while it's hot.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, good said. Okay, 561-459-3000, 561-459-3000. We're going to come back for our last segment, so stay with us.
Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at maximmensclinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit maximmensclinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up. Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at maximmensclinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit maximmensclinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up.
Okay, welcome back to the show. Thanks,
Yes.
Pet. We've got a few more minutes here. I mean, we've talked a lot about ED, low T, some weight loss techniques and so forth. And I think you sort of talked a little bit, which I like, was a little bit of that male psyche a little bit. How when you know it, when a guy just can't do anything or can't perform, it zaps you. It just zaps you.
I just think that it's an issue that goes beyond just being in the bedroom. I mean, again, sexuality is integral to who we are, and when any aspect of that is ignored or downplayed, I think that it robs other aspects of that psyche. Mm-hmm. So, you see a man drag an ass, so they would say, he's not feeling well, and he doesn't even have the proper chemicals to be working properly. I mean, it takes a lot to run you guys, and you need those proper chemicals at their proper levels, I would imagine. I'm not a doctor, but it would seem you were born with a certain amount. If it starts to diminish, go get it re-upped. Go re-up. Like re-up.
And along those lines, we had on the show, I guess a little while back, we had somebody who currently dances at one of the local clubs.
Right.
And she was saying about, these guys would come in that would, just have a private dance, mm-hmm. and they couldn't do anything. But
right.
they just at least had the female compassion. But she said they would fess up, I can't perform, uh-huh. and that's why I'm here, to help me along a little bit. I'm sure you saw that over the years,
right? And I think that they feel dancers are empathetic ears, and we are, and there's a lot of talking, not just dancing. There's a lot of talking because men do feel badly, and who can they speak with? They, mm-hmm. The doctor's great, but their loved one, their wife or their significant other, they have hesitations. Mm-hmm. So they can come in and speak to a woman that seems not to have that sexual tension there, that sexual boundary there.
Right.
She's open to hearing about sex. It's not a taboo. It's invited. It's not a taboo issue.
Sure.
So.
And also, what I'm thinking too is, like in a club setting, a gentleman, a man who unfortunately has ED, just the idea of even sitting down and having a drink and a dancer sitting next to him and chatting him up and a little, hi, nice to see it. Sure. That's big to that person.
It's big. All humans want to be touched and they want to be connecting with another human. Again, sexuality is not just about I have a friend that'll understand what this is, the good in, out. What is that, Clockwork Orange or something?
Right.
The old in, out. That's not where it even lives. I mean, it lives inside us all. You need to honor that. Once you start honoring that, it feeds you. So it's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I think Maxim should be applauded for making this available at such a reasonable price. I mean,
very reasonable. $150 a month, or depending on what you get. Like you hear me say on the show, nobody walks out because of price. God forbid somebody walks out because maybe it didn't work, which is very rare. But nobody walks out because of price. Going back to the club setting, also I was thinking about this, that, okay, yeah, there's guys that come in when you were in the club that, maybe didn't have the mojo just to talk, but also the opposite. You probably had a lot of men coming in, very aggressive. Hey, I'm in this club, she's beautiful.
That's a front. I mean, there's always a good amount of balance. I love the word balance. A man that has confidence and knows who he is doesn't have to be. My grandmother used to say, I think it's the loudest apple in the apple cart. What does it say? An empty apple cart rattles the loudest, or something to that effect. Overcompensation looks like overcompensation as well.
Right.
So I think men on both sides, they're either shy and shying away, or they overcompensate because they don't think they have.
Sure, I've seen it. Loud, loud, getting loud, right.
Sure. But I mean, that doesn't really speak to a woman. She hears it, but doesn't really speak to a woman. Kind of confidence, kind of swagger, a little mojo.
Sure.
Feeling good about himself.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do at Maxim. It's confidential. We have an all-male staff. Good doctor, spends enough time with you, but not, on and on.
Right.
Good techs there, nurses, LPNs. And we get a lot of repeat business. And what I mean by that is a guy comes in and maybe tries our services, gets some product, but always comes back, is very happy. The people that are on the low T program stay with us. I know in this business, a lot of times guys will look around or they'll shop around. Maybe I can save over here, do better here. Our clients that come in stay with us. They're regulars.
Which is good. I mean, that's testament alone, because that means they have shopped around. And if they're coming back here, that means you're the best deal in town.
Very good sign, yeah. Sure. We actually recently hired somebody from another place who talked about when people would call in, or they would try to get people to come in sometimes through different ads and so forth, and that they would say Maxim, well, I was there, I was satisfied.
Sure.
And as a matter of fact, I forgot, I didn't even bring it up about the 3 locations. I know this station listens, I think it goes up to Jupiter, down to North Miami. We're in West Palm Beach, right off of 45th Street. Our flagship Boca Raton office, Powerline of Palmetto, and then Arthur Godfrey. If anybody's listening in North Miami, we have a small little satellite office right off of Arthur Godfrey Avenue, right when you come over 195 towards the beach. We're right there on the right. The parking's not the greatest, but a nice little office there. You come in, very private. And again, we do that on purpose. I don't like to open up large offices where I need big staffs and big overhead. That's how I keep these prices down. You know that. When you go into some big place, sometimes, it's a big overhead, and they've got to pass that on.
Right. There really is no viable reason as to why any man in the Tri-County area should be having a problem. I mean, if he is... Again, come in. Your woman is not going to think lesser of you because you're seeking help. We all need help. Let's be real here. She's going to be turned on. I think it's a major wicked hot turn.
Well, you've said that on the show before, and I do like to reiterate that if you have a situation with your partner where they might have some difficulty, and they took the initiative and did something, you would respect that. You would like that.
Well, it would get me. It would get things flowing. I mean, if he wants to be with me that badly, and my happiness is that much of a turn on to him. Wow, I mean that's pretty hot.
Let me call Maxim, and but it is so true, because sometimes I've had guys come into the office where they've told me, the wife has sort of told them, but I've had a lot of other guys say, I don't want to have this anymore. I don't want to have this anymore, and I took the initiative to come in. And a lot of times, if I get a chance to meet that patient, client, I say, well done. I'm
Larry,
glad you did it.
There's nothing wrong with a woman being on top a little bit either. So
yeah, exactly.
So ladies, if you need to take the bull by the prospective horns, then,
right.
then do so.
Good one. Yeah, you're sort of, I don't know, as far as the jokes go, you're sort of over me. I don't like that much. I'm the funny guy. 561-459-3000, 561-459-3000. Please make an appointment. Pet's going to be there next Wednesday, and you'll really enjoy meeting her in person, but you have to book that appointment. 561-459-3000 or the website maximmensclinic.com. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great night.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks so much.
Thanks for listening to the Maxim Men's Hour, brought to you by Maxim Men's Clinic, 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men, so they understand the sensitive nature of ED or low T. Find out more on their website, maximmensclinic.com, and be sure to call 561-459-3000 to make an appointment. Tune in again next time for more on the Maxim Men's Hour with your host, Lawrence Kay. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Is your money